Hey guys, so today I'm gonna make my standby backcountry meal, cold soaked dehydrated mole beans. This meal is nutritious, it's delicious, it's easy to make, and the beauty of it is you don't have to take a jet boil or other camp stove with you out into the backcountry, and so you can use that weight for something like waders, for example. Or the ultimate thing with this meal is that you've got your dehydrated beans and rice if you want to add the rice, and all you do is put it in your container when you're out camping and you let it sit there for 45 to 60 minutes, agitating it from time to time, or have in your backpack moving around, and all of a sudden you've got a meal with a great texture ready to eat that will keep you going as you are doing a lot of exertion and hopefully catching a lot of fish. So we're gonna cook that meal up today. So for equipment, we've got a non-stick wok here, but you can use any stainless steel pan with your degree of comfort on amount of fat. Remember, fat causes spoilage in these dehydrated meals, so that's why I'm using a non-stick. And then we've got a dehydrator, and then we've got our quart-size freezer bags that the finished product is gonna go in. And then we've got our cutting board and knife, and that's it. And here we've got the food we're gonna be using today. Some seasonings. Then our main, the main dish is beans. So we've got black and pinto. And then we've got two types of tomatoes. So we've got petite cut tomatoes and fire roasted tomatoes to give a little flavor. And then the onions and garlic really help. Oh yeah, so we poured some water into the pan, and now we're gonna put our garlic and onions in there. All right, the onions and garlic are looking translucent, so I'm gonna get out my tomatoes and put those in. So we cook the tomatoes for 10 minutes and with the onions and garlic too. And so now I'm gonna open up the beans and put those in. And then we're gonna season, and that's when this starts to take on the magic. Now we are gonna add the seasonings. So we're gonna start with some mushroom seasoning. A little bouillon. Some cilantro. Mexican oregano. Worcestershire sauce. Kitchen bouquet. Oh. Some soy sauce. And most importantly, 6 tablespoons of mole. So I'm gonna do that over here on the side. And this is starting to smell amazing. The mole really makes this a savory and like really rich flavor meal. So when you go up there in the backcountry and you rehydrate this whole thing, you basically just get like an explosion of flavors that I find atypical for a lot of backpacking meals. So we are in the home stretches now of preparing the beans. We're gonna let this simmer for a long time to get as much liquid out as possible, let these flavors marinate, and then we are gonna go in the dehydrator. All right, so we have some cooled down, finished mole beans here, and next we're gonna put them on the drying racks and then get them in that dehydrator over there. So the trick here is we just wanna spread these out onto our drying racks really evenly. All right, so now just doing the final taste test before they go in the dehydrator. It's honestly too late to do anything if they're not great, but whatever. I cannot wait to eat this in the backcountry. So we've turned our dehydrator on. We're gonna set it at 140 degrees. And then we are gonna go for 6 hours. Don't spill. These are ready to come out. Wow, we are gonna take one of our meals and rehydrate it. So here I've got a 2-cup stasher bag. These are what I use for all my meals when I go backpacking because they seal, they're pretty lightweight, and as you'll see, they just seem to work well. So dump in your food. Now cover in water. Just like that. And give it a good shake. And let it sit. All right, so here's the finished product. We've got our beans in a bag, and I'm gonna dig in.